Hi, it's Kaylee with the You Teach portion of our math class. This is my little sister Carly, and we're going to learn about the volumes of cones, cylinders, prisms, and pyramids. So we have our shapes that we've already pre-made, the 3D shapes that are our nets, all put together. I found it easier to teach and to learn from the net because you can break it into the single portions of just finding the length of the triangle or the surface area of the rectangle instead of the whole entire thing. So we're going to go ahead and do the volumes of the cone, this one. So we have our cone net, and as you see it says 3 inches as the height and 2 inches as our top radius. So we're going to go ahead and plug it into the volume equals 1/3 pi r squared times height. So we're going to go ahead and plug those two in. So then Carly's going to go ahead and punch it in on her calculator after she simplifies. So she's going to break it into 2 squared and punch that into her calculator. Okay, simplified it. Okay, so we've got 2 squared, which is going to equal 4, and then the 3, so then it is 1/3 pi times 12, and you're going to go ahead and drop and move the pi over, so you'll have the 1/3 times 12 times pi, and then we can go ahead and cross cancel simplify with the 1/3 and then the 12 over 1, so we'll cross those and get 1 and 4. So then it's 4 pi as our volume. So we can go ahead and leave it as 4 pi, or you can simplify it down to an average or like the squiggly equal sign so that that's what it equals about. So go ahead and punch in your 4 and then pi, which is going to equal, what is it, Car?
I don't know where my pi sign is at.
It's going to equal about 9.86. So you can go ahead and simplify it down to in terms of pi, or break it all the way down to an estimation. So then we'll go ahead and do the volume of the cylinder, which is this nice little one. And we've got our net right here, and we've got the radius of 2 inches and then the length of 6. So we're going to go ahead and plug that into our volume equals pi r squared times height. And the radius, like I said, is 2 squared times the height of 6. So again, the little height's going to be 4 times 6, which is going to be 24 pi as the volume. And again, you can leave it in terms of pi, or you can go ahead and simplify it down, depending on the teacher and how they want you to complete the equation. And that one is going to equal...
Mine just keeps it as 24 pi.
It's going to equal about 75.4, which is just an estimation. And then we'll go ahead and do the volume of our pyramid, which is going to be this net. And these don't count. These are just our little foldovers, so we can go ahead and glue it together to make a 3D shape. So this one is 3 by 3 by 3. So we'll go ahead and plug those into our worksheet. And then, of course, divide by 3 for the volume. So it's going to be 27 over 3 with a volume of 9. So then we're going to go ahead and do the volume of the rectangular prism, which is going to be this one. That kind of looks confusing just because you've got the 6 different squares and rectangles that you're going to have to estimate and find the surface area for, and then add them all together. Or you can go ahead and do the length times width times height, which is a whole lot more simple. So we've got our length of 3 inches. So we can go ahead and plug that in. And then we've got our height, or we can do our width. We've got our width of 1 inch, which is going to be the side that folds inward. So we'll add that. And then our height is going to be the 2 inches. So that would be this part. So that's the height, width, and then the little skinny part is going to be your width. And then you can go ahead and plug that into the length times width times height. So we'll do 3 times 1 times 2, which is going to be a volume of 6. So that's the portion for the visual, and I'll post the kinesthetic after this. Thanks!